some people are predicting that, like Robert Kiyosaki is predicting that in 4 months, that the US dollar will collapse just like the euro and just like everything else. So that's why you want to look at something better, something like Bitcoin, right? So Robert Kiyosaki said he loaded up not only on Bitcoin, but gold and silver. He may be on an extreme side of things. He has made some pretty damning calls, but MicroStrategy is also trying to create more demand and utility by trying to create some kind of Lightning Network SaaS. So interesting. I don't know what it's really going to do, but they are looking for an IT engineer that will be working on this. So you could apply if you are an IT engineer. You want to work for Michael Saylor, someone who controls 130,000 Bitcoins, and you want to work with a Lightning Network, well, then you should go apply. So that's good. What else is there? The stats don't lie. You look at all this volume, Bitcoin trading volume has steadily risen, right? While altcoins are declining right now, okay? More strength is coming back to Bitcoin. You see Bitcoin's volume with the British pound is skyrocketing. I showed that with the euro the other day. So there are a lot more people turning to Bitcoin. Is right now, there's just so much uncertainty everywhere, right? And even though Bitcoin has its up and downs and volatility, right? Short-term dips, we know that there will only be 21 million Bitcoin. Everything's set and governed by code. And no bank controls Bitcoin. No payment rail that's controlled by a bank is controlling Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin gives you personal freedom, gives you freedom to control your own assets, and it can't be inflated like what the banks and everyone else is doing. Well, you can't apply easing or tightening to it. Let's just put it that way. And that's why still so many people are turning to Bitcoin. Peter Brandt, he tweeted this recently saying that, going back to 2008, he believes Bitcoin has a 50% chance to go to 100,000 or 250,000, wherever it may go, or 50% chance it goes to zero. But he still believes that it's a highly asymmetrical risk to reward or reward to risk trade. I believe there's a 0 chance that it's going to go to zero. And I believe there's a 100% chance it's going to go to 100,000 and beyond. All right. So I'm going to take some of that 50% of going to zero that he stated, and I'm just going to throw it into the first pile because there's a 100% chance it will go to 100,000. You just have to be patient about it. And there's 0 chance it goes to zero. So, but it's not just Bitcoin, though. We have one other bullish news, right? But before I get into that, as for this correlation between Bitcoin and NASDAQ, according to this, there's a macro support where NASDAQ is going to head to, where Bitcoin is heading to, and Bitcoin is ready there. Maybe this explains why Bitcoin didn't go down further. I'm not quite sure, but I do know around this 1819 has been very, very, very strong for Bitcoin. Maybe it's as simple as all the retail investors that wanted to sell already did, and now it's all long-term holders. And this one actually kind of proves it. This shows long-term holder profitability, which is really, really low right now. In fact, as low as the bottom of 2018 when Bitcoin hit $3,100. It's the same in terms of profitability, right? Even though Bitcoin is at 20,000, the long-term holder profitability is as low as 2018. But the good news is, what does that mean? Well, look at what happened after we hit that point. Bitcoin went from 3,100 all the way up to 69,000. And we're at that point right now. So think about it, right? So this may be the reason why Bitcoin held, because there's just really no one selling at this point. The long-term holders are not selling. They continue to hold, and we have more players in the game. When I say players, more people learning about all the crappy macro stuff and coming into Bitcoin. And you still have a lot of people DCAing, and that's the reason why things are looking better. But we'll see tomorrow with that few huge expirations. Let's see what happens. Can we climb above 20,000 and head above? I like to see it. I like to see it. All right. Now, the other news, the big news about Ripple and XRP, and I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this. This trust in banks, central banks, collapse in currencies with what's happening with the euro, with the pound, with the yen, with the Canadian dollar, with every currency out there, right? You're starting to see it, and it's getting more and more scary. I mean, there's just so much fear out there, and that's why you're seeing actually people turn to Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin trading volume hits a 3-month high as a lot of citizens around the world are banning their fiat. Like, why would you hold on to a currency that keeps losing its value? I mean, literally every country on earth is seeing their currency get devalued or debased versus the US dollar right now. Like, literally every single one. I challenge you guys to find one currency that is actually gaining on the US dollar versus what everyone else is doing, which is losing value. So yeah, but you know, the alternative is, why would you want to put money into US dollar when everything, like I said, has everything that's going on right now, right? With the distrust in the Fed, what he's going to do, all this stuff. All right, what else is there? Bitcoin had the highest level of coins moving off exchanges over the last 3 months. That's fantastic. Of course, people are buying. It makes sense. The hodl waves indicate that 78% of the supply has not moved in the last 6 months. That's fantastic, and that's an all-time high, right? These are all fantastic things, metrics that show that Bitcoin is only getting stronger. Good. The number of Bitcoin that has been hodled for 5 years has hit 7.5 million. So that's pretty good. Still climbing up and up and up and up and up. 7.5 million. That's a lot out of the total supply if you think about it. If you're looking to buy Bitcoin and crypto for the first time and you don't know where to get started, head over to CryptosRus.com and click on the best exchange guide. Within, you'll find a list of exchanges that I recommend and some that I use on a daily basis. Head over to CryptosRus.com or utilize the links in the description of this video.